Tonight in the break room, we're talking about them Jackass boys. Come and join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You guys charismatic. You know the right things to say.
Hi, I'm Jason Melendez, and welcome to the break room. There will be no nut shots. How's everybody doing tonight?
You know what? It's been a long ass weekend, but feeling good. Glad to be back up here with y'all. Hopefully we have some good tonight. Hello, sunshine. Hope you're having a good night. Hello to all the junkers.
We are starting a little bit late tonight because we have to talk about a serious topic that is only for the mature. This topic was brought to you by MTV and Deek House Productions. I'm talking about the wonderful, the glorious Jackass. Who didn't love that shit growing up? That shit started a whole wave.
I was so young that I heard about Jackass, and then I remember people being like, "It's not for kids and shit." Look, Jasmine, I'm not 40, and I'm sorry I'm not that old. All right, I have more life to live, and you can't hold that against me.
Hey, we're not fucking 40, all right?
Right.
Yeah, then stop acting like I'm 7.
Well, you act like you're still 7.
Because I haven't seen R-rated movies and shit, and I'm telling you that I didn't watch Jackass.
Exactly. Because you're 30 and you haven't seen Jackass?
Right.
When I was
at least you've seen the movies.
Nah. I don't even think we had MTV, to be honest.
Damn.
Well,
I don't blame you. After they stopped showing music videos, it kind of went all downhill.
But I remember BET though, so we must have had it. And I remember Wild Boys. I watched Wild Boys and stuff when it came out.
You were able to watch BET?
But you couldn't watch that.
Watch or snuck watch is really the question.
What?
You snuck to watch that, but you know what? Whatever. We done.
It was that BET After Dark he snuck to watch when everybody was sleeping.
What? Sound like you're underwater there, Tom.
Why can't I be flawed too?
Well, you need to watch all the blissful moments of season 1, 2, and 3. And doing the research for this, when I found out,
I did watch those recently.
Didn't you think that it was way more than fucking 3 seasons? Because I thought it was way more than 3 seasons.
I did too.
Yeah.
I definitely thought it was way more concept than that. They made it seem like there was way more concept.
What? You definitely what?
They made it seem like it was more content than that.
I just really think it was because of the movies that we
like the way it was advertised. It really felt like there were just hours and hours and hours of footage.
Either that or because of all the reruns, and it just doesn't get old. You can watch that shit forever. Something about watching somebody inflict pain upon themselves.
No, that's terrible.
Right.
It's not that type of pain, though. It's not like the Pain Olympics.
That's exactly what it was.
No, it wasn't.
How many episodes they have in one
especially
season?
if they're talking about Johnny Knoxville.
I think they had 25 episodes in total.
5 or 6.
That's the whole series?
Yeah.
Hell no, that can't be. That's crazy.
Right? That's what I thought.
Maybe because they would film it for 1 year, then it'd be off for a while, and then it would come back because it felt like it was on for years, and then you had all the reruns.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that might be what it was. Is that because of how they filmed it? It was because it had to do with Thrasher magazine. That's where it came from.
It started from Big Brother.
If y'all didn't know that, Skateboard Mag with He-Man and Jeff Tremaine and all that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right, Big Brother. You're right. Not Thrasher. I think there's some people from Thrasher involved, but yeah, from Big Brother, because Hulu has a documentary
Because
on
what?
that shit.
How you just stop mid sentence?
Because that's why.
Hulu has a documentary on
He started
Big Brother,
scatting.
the skateboard magazine.
All right.
See,
Well,
I look fine. I can't even tell that my internet's.
What?
that's your what? I mean, we could tell. There's like a big lag.
What the fuck?
You can't tell what?
They're like the internet just it throws its
Oh, we can see you.
proverbial dick right in your mouth and we can't hear you.
Why are you so
Mm.
perverted?
Is this better?
No.
Fuck 5G then. How about that? 5G is garbage.
Oh,
I
can hear you good right now.
You look like Dumbledore's grandson.
She say you look like Dumbledore's grandson.
That's just
DJ
because I'm imbued with
Cricket,
power.
what's good?
I'm imbued with power, so watch your mouth. I'll use a Nevada Kedavra.
All right, well, let's get into it real quick. Jackass is an American reality comedy television series created by Jeff Tremaine, Spike Jonze, and Johnny Knoxville. It originally aired for 3 seasons on MTV between October 2000 and February 2002. The show featured a cast of 10, carrying out stunts and pranks on each other or in public. The cast included Knoxville, Bam Margera, Chris Pontius, Dave England, Steve-O, Ryan Dunn, Aaron McGahee, Preston Lacey, Jason Weeman Acuna, and Brandon DiCamillo. The show was controversial over its perceived indecency and encouragement of dangerous behavior. After Jackass ended in 2002, it later grew into a media franchise, which included the spin-offs, The Wild Boys, Viva La Bam, Homewrecker, Blasterized, Bam's Unholy Union, Dr. Steve-O, Bam's World Domination, and Bam's Badass Game Show. Now, honestly, Wild Boys and Viva La Bam were the only ones that I knew about. I didn't know about all that other stuff.
Like Viva La Bam and stuff like that. I think that's when we got MTV and all that stuff, because I remember watching Viva La Bam and Wild Boys and stuff. And then like every now and then they played Jackass.
Wild Boys was a pretty good show.
It was more educational than it had any right to be.
Yeah. We'll get there though. We'll get there.
They actually all did a Shark Week for this movie recently. But
oh my God, I know we've seen it.
Horrible.
Poor Poopy.
Right? Yo, Poopy's a trooper though, right? We'll talk about the movie in a bit though, but Poopy's solid.
Did you see him recently on Ridiculousness with his hand all healed up?
Nah.
Oh, you gotta see that. Anyway, way before Poopy's time, by the late 1990s, aspiring actor and writer Johnny Knoxville had moved from Knoxville, Tennessee to Los Angeles.
They really said an aspiring actor and writer.
Yeah, that's what he was in the 90s.
He was. That's just an interesting description. That man was doing anything and everything dangerous.
Everybody got hurt trying to try them shits out. Them shopping cart bits were all over the internet. Where the fuck was I?
Yep.
I hear somebody coming in late. Who could that be? Stomping away.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Jack Blacker. Welcome to the show.
What's poppin', everybody?
What's going on? We was just diving into it. We was talking about, Johnny Knoxville being an aspiring actor and writer in the 90s. Talon kind of like put his chin up to that. Anyway,
He knew his shit.
he landed work in commercials once he went to Los Angeles in order to support his wife and infant daughter. Among his ideas was to produce an article involving testing various self-defense equipment on himself as homage to his hero, Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson.
Which is crazy. Shout out to Fear and Loathing.
The magazines that contacted him refused to cover the story due to liability concerns. But in 1999, Knoxville was contacted by Big Brother, a skateboarding magazine from which Jeff Tremaine was an editor, and convinced Knoxville to do the stunt and film it. The stunt featured Knoxville testing out pepper spray, a stun gun, a taser, and a 38 caliber gun with a bulletproof vest. Yes, he fucking loaded a 38 and shot himself. Well, they shot at him with the 38 and the vest on. That shit could have went.
From what I heard, he shot himself, and he aimed for the heart, and he also apparently bought the cheapest armor that you could get. So he took a shot at his heart with the cheapest bulletproof vest, and it works, folks, as you can see.
The video's cringeworthy.
It's hard to watch. Like, they didn't air that. It's never been like aired in Jackass or anything like that. But you can find the video. You have to like deep search, kind of.
Yeah, because it was just for Big Brother. It included Big Brother video edited number 2, which also featured an appearance by future Jackass member Jason Weeman Acuna. Other contributors to Big Brother at the time were Chris Pontius and Dave England, who went on to become part of the Jackass crew. Around this time, Pennsylvania resident and skateboarder Bam Margera was filming his family and friends, collectively known as CKY, short for Can't Kill Yourself, and released them on home video as part of the CKY video series that featured stunts, pranks, skateboarding, and a cast that included Ryan Dunn, Brandon DiCamillo, Rab himself, Rake Young, and Margera's family, Mother April, Father Phil, and Uncle Don Vito, and elder brother Jess, which the CKY was taken from his brother's band, which would produce the music for the show.
And they were solid for what they were.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Real quick fun fact about Jackass: in one of these skits that they did, they're like just skateboarding in monkey suits down the street and like falling over and crashing. And one of the monkeys that are in there is actually a young Brad Pitt, because apparently he's a huge fan of Jackass.
That's crazy. I think everybody was a huge fan of Jackass. If they would have called anybody to be on one of the skits or one of the movies, I think anybody would have did it.
Definitely, at least those of the younger crowd of their age, you know?
Right. Well, the CYK releases became a cult hit, and it attracted the attention of Tremaine, who flew Margera out in the year 2000 and saw the second CYK video. The video convinced Tremaine that the CKY group would suit the idea of a stunt prank television show that Knoxville and Spike Jonze and himself were planning. After the demo footage had shot and pitched several networks, Saturday Night Live offered them to make them subject of a recurring segment on the show. The offer was rejected as the bidding war between Comedy Central and MTV resulted in the three accepting a deal for the latter for a half-hour weekly show and greater creative control. Knoxville, Tremaine, and Jones were credited as executive producers. Van Toffler, president of MTV, said, "We just knew there were a bunch of knuckleheads out there who would had a very high tolerance for stupidity and pain, to say the least." Soon after the MTV deal, Tremaine approached Florida native Steve-O, let me just say this, because I don't know if they're going to mention it. It seems like they're going to do shit. Steve-O did not have to do any of this. Steve-O's family is rich, right? They're very wealthy. He didn't have to lead a life of jackassness. He wanted to be famous.
He wanted to be a clown at a young age.
Yeah, he went to Barnum and Bailey Clown School, which he said was hard to get into, harder than
it's not a joke. Clown school is fucking hard. I think it's harder than he said. It's harder than Harvard, right? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is insane to think. I wonder if your chances are better if you're Asian.
I don't know. Why would it be?
That goes to being a clown.
I just think that mad people would want to go to clown school, so they got to make it a very strenuous process to get in. You know what I mean? You don't want to just let anybody in clown school.
Because yeah, it is an art form. It's a lost art form, being a clown. It's become more like a kids at birthday parties thing, but that used to be something that entertained kings and such directly. You know?
Fuck clowns.
Well, now it's fuck clowns because
It's always been fuck clowns.
Once you got a clown selling you cheeseburgers, it all goes to shit.
Hiya, Georgie.
No.
Would you like bacon on that?
What the fuck? I never recall.
Want a Happy Meal, Georgie?
Ronald McDonald asking somebody if they want bacon like that.
They should have did that. As many kids that saw it, they should have just made a commercial for Happy Meals with fucking it.
No. Oh my god.
I mean, why not? It kind of markets itself.
I have plenty of reasons why you shouldn't, but
You got like those fast food clowns just putting trackers in every child's little baggie they take home, so they know exactly how to find your ass.
Then you sell the fucking toys in a Happy Meal.
The pamphlet got a freaking tracker on it.
The what got a tracker in it?
The pamphlet. You know how they have the instructions for the toy, how to assemble it?
Why would
Why,
the pamphlet
you don't
have
understand
it?
clearly said words?
Why
No,
would
I
the
don't.
pamphlet have it instead of the toy?
No, there's a lot of toys that come with a little instruction, little piece of paper there. I got kids, bro. I buy the toys.
Yeah, but people throw that paper out as soon as they open the box.
what we talking about?
Well, I see it get thrown out. So I
Tracking
know
a
what
whole
it
bunch
is
of
before
garbage
it
trucks,
gets trashed.
motherfucker.
But I know what that is before they end up throwing it away. Like, yo, what is that? That better not be a chicken nugget. It's instructions. Oh, never mind. Throw that shit out.
You're gonna be tracking a whole bunch of
Instruction-
garbage trucks.
The instructions usually are don't give to a child under 3 because they'll choke on it. That's usually the instructions.
You the type of motherfucker that eats the silica pack.
Right? They'd say not to eat those on the package. He's like, I wonder what this shit
It
tastes
must taste good, Dad.
Got some cheese on it.
Got
I
forwarded
throw
out
a
the
scoop of my
line.
coffee.
Thought they was like little pieces of candy.
Right?
He's sucking on Werther's.
Ugh. How old are you?
Where were we? Soon after the MTV deal, Tremaine approached Steve-O, where he worked as a clown at a flea market. He had him film videos of stunts for television shows, but none of them were cleared by MTV. To round out the cast, England brought in his friend Aaron McGahee and fellow Oregon resident and extreme stunt participant Preston Lacey. Hold on. First of all, they skip mad shit. Steve-O was his videos that they sent to MTV. They were insane, right? He was jumping from high ass places. He would almost all of his acts were fire related, and MTV was like they didn't want none of that. You had to jump from a certain level, and you couldn't use fire at all. He was like, "What kind of pussy ass show is this?"
Too much liability.
No, they want you to swallow a goldfish and then throw it out. That's better.
Like, no, let me take the dildo and I'll set it on fire and then I'll throw it the dildo. It's like, no, still, Steve, you don't have to do that.
So he put a car in my ass. That's okay.
It's a pretty close impression.
No, just hook the car battery up to my nipples, and every time I get an answer wrong, just turn it on real quick. No, Steve, it's all right, bro. You're trying too hard.
Preston Lacey would be the last of what is now considered the main cast to join. After he and Knoxville worked together with Knoxville's ex-wife's clothing line, Knoxville told Preston that he was making a new TV show, and he asked him if he could write some ideas. Knoxville then convinced Preston to perform the stunts himself. And those stunts with him and Wee Man are fucking priceless. The show debuted on October 1st, 2000. After the second episode had aired, MTV gained its highest Sunday ratings in its history, drawing 2.4 million viewers among 12 to 34-year-olds, its target demographic. AKA our demographic.
12 to 34.
AKA all the fellow jackasses out there.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, Tyler, 12 to 34.
Anybody who enjoyed
Shut up,
Jackass, you're a jackass. Yeah,
I wasn't 12 when that came out. How about that?
It's okay.
I was like 5.
At the
Even
time
worse.
of its first broadcast in the year 2000, Jackass frequently featured warnings and disclaimers, noting that the stunts performed were very dangerous and should not be imitated. Such warnings not only appeared before and after each program and after each commercial break, but also in a crawl that ran along the bottom of the screen during some especially risky stunts, as well as showing their skull and crutches logo at the bottom right of the screen to symbolize the stunt performed as risky. Nevertheless, the program was blamed for a number of deaths and injuries involving teens and children recreating the stunts. Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman. Oh my
Fucking
God.
Connecticut.
Fucking Lieberman.
What you do, Joe? What's up with people named Joe and fucking around in politics?
I mean,
What you do, Brandon Lieberman?
Problem.
Fucking Brandon.
Brandon Lieberman.
You know everybody ignored those warnings, right?
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, it looks safe. Go ahead, Jared. Let it rip. Bang. Oh,
Bro,
We can't do it.
when I wrote on the advertisement for this episode that they started a movement, I was fucking serious. That's right around the time the internet started, and right around the time everything was being filmed and put on the fucking internet. So you see people doing stupid ass shit everywhere, but namely with skateboards, with bikes, and with my favorite, shopping carts.
Yeah. You know what? You some other kind if you're doing stunts with shopping carts. Like that it only takes getting banged once the right way to be like, nah, fuck a shopping cart. I don't where's the plastic one? Steel? No, fuck you. I value my
You know how
ankles.
dedicated you got to be to find a good shopping cart that doesn't lock up when you take it out the parking lot?
Yeah, but those are the reasons. That movement is the reason why shopping carts lock up now.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
They didn't lock
understood
up
why
back
too.
then. Before you could take a shopping cart for fucking miles and nothing would happen to it.
Is it really because of that?
I mean, if you know how to finesse it, they'd still be doing that shit. They'd be
Or is
there.
it 'cause of the
I see
government?
some locked carts pretty far away, and it's like I don't know if you gave up or you got
It's a
caught.
magnet. That's all it is. If you've ever been a cart pusher, you know that's a huge ass magnet on a keychain,
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Shout out to Toys R Us.
right? That's all it is.
Bastards.
Anyway,
God rest their souls wherever they may be now.
they are in
R.I.P.
Jersey, I
Jeffrey.
believe. Jersey? Is it Jersey?
Oh, Jeffrey's in Jersey.
They got one store now, but they
This
never
tall ass ain't doing well.
truly
That's
shut
small.
down. They only shut down in the United States. They had stores overseas.
Yo, what happened to the one they had in New York City, man? The one that had the Ferris
Yo,
wheel.
the dope
Bro,
one.
didn't I just say they shut down in the United States? Do you not listen to English?
Like, it's so annoying to me that they shut that one down because that was one of the reasons you would go fucking downtown to Manhattan over there.
I'm not
Like,
gonna
that
lie.
was
That's the
such a
reason why I'm
unique
scared of
spot.
big animatronic dinosaurs.
They're
I don't give a
supposed to be
fuck what you
opening
scared of. It
one-
was amazing.
it
Scared
was
of
an
anybody
old-
bigger than you.
They're supposed to be opening one that's in an old Sears building. It's a 2-floor thing, and they're gonna make it like something like a Dave and Buster's, but with
What?
toys you could buy.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's gonna
They're
be
gonna have, like, an
true
ice
to
cream
what it was
bar.
before.
If
Remember-
Nickelodeon isn't giving
Right.
away sweepstakes, they get 5 minutes and run around and fill your cart. I don't give a shit. It's not the same.
Nah, they're not gonna do that, but they're gonna do the same shit that made us pissed off every weekend. When all the fucking bougie white people that didn't want to fucking spend time with their kids would just bring them to Toys R Us and let them play like it was a playground on the Hot
Yeah.
Wheels, on the bikes, on the shelves, all
On
of
the
that.
Thomas the Train.
Playing the video
Right.
game.
And you had signs everywhere saying, please contain your child. Huh? What? Hold on. I need to send a text.
Bro, the best thing was
Isn't
telling
my
them
kid
that
being cute
their
right now?
child can't play on the Power Wheel that's on the top shelf. It's like you can't put your child in there. It's like, what do you mean? I thought
Keep
we
your
could try it.
pet's
Yeah,
sperm
we'll take
under
it down.
control.
Yeah, it's like buy the damn thing and then try it outside, not in the fucking store.
I mean, I'll gladly take it down for you to put your fucking child in there, but I ain't putting no battery on it.
Yeah, right. You got this charged in the back. No, what are you talking about? It's a floor model, sir.
Yeah, I can't.
You put a battery in that car, somebody's gonna be a floor model roadkill.
Oh, we're just gonna try it out in the parking lot. Okay. I think that's all right. Yeah, sir. He just never came back. I trusted him. I didn't know. This is my first time in retail.
The best thing is they want you to stop people that are stealing, but they don't want you to chase them. It's like, how do you want me to stop them then?
They want you to have a conversation with them. Like,
you want me to stop in front of the door?
Do you want me to help you with that? Would you like me to help you purchase that? Do you need some wipes with some Pampers? Like,
it's okay if you risk your life for Jeffrey indoors, but God forbid you go to the party.
You gotta make them real uncomfortable. Start like straightening shit that's already straight.
They'll back you up just to put the battery in your back, and when something happens, I didn't think they'll pull out a weapon. Who told them to go out there?
Whole store is fucked up, but two people in that aisle making things look right.
Oh my God.
And the only thing they got to show for it is an extra hour of overtime.
Bro, you know
go out to the parking lot?
Yeah, I did. I chased somebody in the park.
Look, this is a PSA to all the people out there. If you're in a retail store and you looking at stuff and somebody comes up to you and asks if you need help and you say no, and then they just start straightening shit, they think you might be stealing.
No,
so
fuck that. You will know if they think you're stealing because everybody in that store would turn into all the fucking background actors for the movie Us.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's looking at you. Or what was it? Get Out. Everybody's fucking looking at you. She's straightening the shelf, but her eyes are fixated straight on you.
What are you doing?
Shout out to Toys R Us,
sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
back
sir.
To fucking Lieberman. He followed up with a February 7th, 2001 letter to MTV's parent company Viacom, arguing the company to take greater responsibility for its programming and do more to help parents protect their children.
Viacom,
what the fuck do you want them to do?
You can't stop idiots from being idiots.
Karen went and wrote a note and was like, "This
is Karen Lieberman."
You talking about Joe Lieberman was the first original Karen?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta start calling all of these people
Joe Karen Lieberman. MTV responded to the criticism by canceling all airings of Jackass before 10 o'clock. Fuck you, Lieberman. You're the reason why we had to stay up later and be tired in the morning?
Yeah, because Lieberman's 12 years old.
I had a bedtime, Lieberman. This is why I'm getting picked on now. You're the reason why.
It's not Lieberman's fault. It's not Lieberman's fault. No way.
Doesn't that make that worse?
My bedtime was always before 10 o'clock until I got to high school.
Doesn't that make shit worse? You go to sleep with fresh new pranks to try tomorrow.
What? We didn't hear you because we was laughing.
Yeah, we didn't hear you. We was laughing at Talon's pain.
Oh. I do that often. What I was saying was that it's already fucked up in itself that you got Jackass coming on that late. You got kids that stay up late to watch it, and then you're going to sleep with these fucked up pranks in your head to try tomorrow. Like,
talking about late things, don't be like Miguel down there and wearing the old merchandise. Get the new.
Shout out to homie though. I am wearing the old merchandise right now.
Get the new.
Shout out to my guy over there, Jason, who don't know how to send me a new shirt, even though I fucking asked for one like 5 times.
Talking junk.
You need
whatever
you like. You can't act.
You
got a cha-ching. We gotta get a cha-ching.
It's on the link below for a refund. All right.
Ask them correctly, and you'll be
Shout
good.
out to Off the Wall Prints. They are the ones that make the Talking Junk shirts.
DJ Cricket over here taking a shit. That's crazy.
Their print on consign. I think he's laughing so hard he's throwing up.
Oh shit! Either way, I guess
Exactly,
if you're laughing and you shitting or you throwing up, it's a compliment. So thanks. I think.
Oh, he's laughing at the shit. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that makes it. That makes sense.
That makes shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
for those
it's his
of you who are
emoji we're
wondering
trying
where
to,
we're reading from,
decipher.
we're reading from good old reliable wiki, and we're just filling in the parts that we already know.
China.
Shout out to China. How you doing,
What's
my man?
good, girl?
Hello.
I got your face still on my shirt. That's how old the shirt is.
Which is why this is the new.
Damn. This nigga Jason's like, I've been off screen, but here you go.
Yo, I can't.
The new.
What?
Yeah, but they have a flagship store now.
You know what? That makes sense because I went into Macy's yesterday trying to look for some clothes, and there was hella toys, and I was wondering where that came from.
I could just imagine.
But that actually makes sense because of FAO Schwartz. And FAO Schwartz is definitely like a Bloomingdale's type of thing.
Yeah, it is.
They've been around for a long ass time.
They were bought by Toys R Us, so they went.
They shut down that store too, didn't they?
They what?
The FAO Schwartz store, that's closed too, isn't it?
Bro, that's what I was just telling Bing Bong over there. It was bought out by Toys R Us, bought out FAO Schwartz, and then when they went under with them.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Those are both two tourist attractions for New York. The rapey pedo film Big with Tom Hanks was there, man.
Oh my God.
Speaking of rapey Tom Hanks vibes, did you see the Pinocchio?
It wasn't him in that movie that was being rapey. It was the lady.
Are you raping?
Well, what's going to happen in the Pinocchio movie?
What? Oh man, Pinocchio's going to have a gay relationship, and he's going to come through adversity and become a real boy, and that's going to be a whole nother type of message this time around. He's going to go through an operation.
But his nose still grows when he lies.
What?
Just insinuate that Pinocchio was going to have a sex change?
What?
Wait,
yeah,
what?
well, not a sex change, but like a humanity change from a wooden boy to a real boy.
What?
Transhumanism, bro. Come on. I thought you were with it. Never mind. We're going to have a show about that.
Hola, sunshine.
No, you know what it is, Cricket? We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So there are comments that are coming through that you can't see from Facebook.
You're not alone,
if
DJ.
you rep YouTube, and we appreciate you, Cricket.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. But sometimes all the comments come from YouTube. Sometimes they come from only Facebook.
I'm gonna mute that. Sorry.
It is what it is. Just know that you're in the chat with people, and we will be putting the comments on screen so you can chat along. Now, where were we? Oh yeah. Lieberman making Jackass way past Tyler's bedtime. A Montana man named Jackass sued MTV for $10 million in 2002, claiming that the show was plagiarizing his name. Jackass, whose birth name was Bob Kraft, changed his name in 1997 to raise awareness for drunk driving after his brother and friend both died in a car accident. Matt Dillon Shannon, an 18-year-old... Timeout, wait. Let me stop there for a second. Your name is Jackass, and you sued MTV for $10 million and thought you was going to win because they have a hit TV series called Jackass?
You are a jackass.
What a jackass.
You fucking dumb fuck.
You're a dumb fuck at this point, yeah. Some people try. Some people will try.
Let me tell you this from experience. Big companies are not looking at what you're doing. They're not looking. It's just a coincidence, bro.
They're looking at who you're doing.
Maybe.
Put that man in a non-lockable shopping cart and push him down the hill.
Well, despite all the controversy, they flourished for 3 seasons. And then negotiations got kind of hairy, as you can see, because of people like Lieberman and Tyler's parents giving him that strenuous bedtime, so he couldn't watch any movies or good TV. He, Johnny Knoxville and them pitched a joke, which would see Steve-O eat an omelet, regurgitate said omelet into a pan with another omelet,
Some neighbor dog
making it a new omelet, and they would feed it to Danger Aaron after. And MTV was like, "Nah, bro, we're gonna draw the line there. You're not feeding this man a regurgitated omelet, recooked into another omelet." So Johnny Knoxville was like, "We're gonna lose creative control, then fuck you. We're gonna end the show." And they ended the show after 3 seasons. However, when the TV show ended, when the TV show ended, each member of the cast found new work in movies and television, each gaining his own degree of success. Johnny Knoxville pursued a career as an actor, appearing in such films as the 2000.
Yeah.
I kind of stumbled while I was reading, so I just went with it. You know how.
Sound like your jaw stumbled on a dick for a second.
Okay.
Trying to talk with Lockjaw over there.
Just a little whole slack jaw thing kind of going on. Like
bang, bang, motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
I'm going to make cookies.
What? Going to make cookies?
Yep. And you ain't eating them.
Anyway.
Yeah, I said, fuck this, I'm out.
When the TV shows,
please stay. Unlike this heathen that's going to leave, she's on the show and thinks she can just leave like that because she wants cookies. She could have made some earlier, Jasmine.
And she got connections with HR, so don't piss her off, or you won't get a cookie.
We don't have an HR department. There's only one lady that works here.
She's right next to you. She is HR.
She is the HR department. Yeah.
Well, she's gonna do a small complaint. It's over.
Send me a text. I'll read it later.
Trust me, I think if there was an HR department, I would have had to fire myself many times over.
You sound like Shakespeare on crack.
On the come down.
MTV released. Oh no, where was I?
Come on.
That was home media.
See?
I'm sorry. When the TV series ended,
Here we go.
each member of the cast found work in movies and television, each gaining their own degree of success. Johnny Knoxville pursued a career as an actor and appeared in such films as the remake of Walking Tall with The Rock.
Spanish Lady in the Bronx.
Do you want an empanada, Papa?
Ya tú sabes, sí. Pásame uno.
Wait, can you make me a chopped cheese?
No, we do not do chopped cheese. Either you eat a regular cheeseburger or you make yourself a fucking cheese steak. Nobody make a chopped cheese. Okay?
We just take a bagel with cream cheese, man.
Bagel with cream cheese. What? This is going left right now. Talking about cookies and bagels and chopped cheeses.
Oh, the cookies. I forgot. I'm going to.
Anyway.
Damn, we had her back. We should have shut up.
Johnny Knoxville did mad shit, right? But they're naming mad shit that he did also with recent shit like Ninja Turtles. He didn't do all of this while on hiatus from Jackass. Most of it he did in the beginning, like they said, Walking Tall, Dukes of Hazzard, Men in Black 2, The Ringer, A Dirty Shame. Bam and the CKY crew were given their own spin-off show, Viva La Bam, which followed Margera and his family, who were often made the victim of the clique's practical jokes.
Yeah,
I'll say this. Yes, look. Bam can only thank his dad for his success and his career.
And Don Vito.
And Don Vito. But why beat your dad's ass?
It was necessary.
Well, to be fair, he did beat his mom's things. Like, he didn't physically attack her, but he kind of did whatever he could to things that she cared about. It's like, yeah, she loves this kitchen. We're gonna build a fucking skate park in here.
Well, she made it fun because of the way she yelled, but Phil didn't make it fun. He just got his fat ass beat.
Yeah,
by his son.
Yo, shout out to the Don't Feed Phil episode, man.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That one was good.
Got the whole town on the joke. Like, that's amazing.
Right? Or when Bam got a crocodile to come into the kitchen, April was screaming her fucking face off. She didn't know it was still there. Hey, is it there? I can't see it.
That stunned white woman scream where they're gasping for air first.
Bam and the crew also had a radio show from the year 2000 to 2013 called Radio Bam on Sirius Radio. Margera has also been featured in Bam's Unholy Union, following him and his fiancee Missy Rothstein in the run-up of their wedding, while Brandon DiCamillo and Rake Yon featured in Blasterized, a short-lived show about video games. When Viva La Bam finished its run, Ryan Dunn was a part of Bam's crew, on Viva La Bam, was given his own show, Homewrecker, in which he found revenge for helpless victims of practical jokes by renovating the prankster's room according to the original incident.
Really? I didn't know that.
Me neither. The show only lasted one season. That's why. On June 20th. Maybe like 5.
Yeah. At least a jackass length, I hope.
Yeah, a little.
I have to see if it's not on somewhere.
On June 20th, 2011, Dunn was killed in a car crash while driving intoxicated in Pennsylvania.
That's a piece of Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, R.I.P. But that was dumb.
Pretty dumb.
They all had their run-ins with a lot of shit. We'll get into that in a second. Chris Pontius and Steve-O were also given their own spin-off show, which I think was the best, The Wild Boys. Unlike Jackass and Viva La Bam, Wild Boys rejected the formula of practical jokes and instead featured the two traveling the world in search of wild and exotic animals. Directed by Jackass director Jeff Tremaine, Wild Boys featured frequent guest appearances by fellow Jackasses Johnny Knoxville and Wee Man, as well as recurring Jackass guests Loomis Fall, Manny Plug, Tony Hawk, and Matt Hoffman.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, man. Your Wild Boys is so solid. It got more seasons than Jackass did, too. I think it had the longest run of 4 or 5 seasons.
Isn't that when Chris Pontius was running around with that little tuxedo shit and trying to dance around, not trying to get bit by Crocs?
Yeah.
And then they were doing like that tightrope thing, trying to get across, where they got pieces of raw steak hanging out there fucking.
Yeah, with the crocodiles or alligators. Yeah, yo. It's just like, let's learn about this animal. And then like they went underwater and they took sea cucumbers and started like jerking them off.
They all got high everywhere, bro. Not just
especially
in Pennsylvania.
We're not doing half those stunts sober. Like, fuck out of here. You on some shit. Like the time, what was that? Some other dude who had like mad gaps in his teeth, paid him a couple of bucks to eat shit. He drank it down with a beer.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The one Aaron McGehee, I think.
Aaron McGehee. Danger Aaron.
Yeah, Danger Aaron, the most reluctant one of them all, but he's a trooper.
he is a trooper. He looked like somebody who would eat a pellet of flat shit.
It's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, due mainly to their skyrocket to fame, because it was real quick all of this happened. You know what I mean?
Wait, real quick. Does it say if the first Jackass film came out before like the spinoffs did?
That's a good question. What came first, the spinoff or the sequel?
Because I feel like the movie is probably what got the fervor for the spinoffs.
It doesn't say here, but I want to say the spin-offs probably happened before the movie because I remember them saying in something I was watching while doing the research that the spin-offs are what gave fuel to the movie itself. Because they were on location with Wild Boys with Johnny Knoxville, and he was like, we should do a. Oh no! I think you're right. The first movie might have came out first.
It looks like it came out first, but because of the timing of like the first episode of Wild Boys being in 2003, like it would make sense that this is all kind of simultaneously going on, especially since Jeff Tremaine is with them anyway. Because they do, and I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of like started getting ideas and building, and as more people got signed on, they just made it a full-on movie.
Right. No, I think you're right because what I was trying to get to was that they said they should make another movie. So I believe it's the once the series ended, they made the first Jackass movie because it was like a fuck you to MTV. Like, you're not going to censor us. We're going to do it in a bigger way where we have more freedom, more of a budget and everything. You know what I mean? After that is when they did the spin-offs and they got riled up for the next show. I mean, for the next movie through those shows. But through all of this, everybody has had injuries and they've been partying. They got massive amounts of money through all of this. In a short period of time, all the fame came rushing in. And like most of the child stars that we talk about on this show, it went bad. And they got into alcohol and drugs pretty fucking heavy. Thank you, DJ Cricket. Thank you for tuning in, man. We appreciate it.
Much respect, bro.
Yes, appreciate the love, Cricket. Definitely let those you know about us, and we'll see.
We are here every Saturday night, my brother. Talking about.
Sometimes we're a little late, but we're gonna be here.
Yeah, sometimes we're late, but
another shout out to our viewers. There's something you want to hear us talk about. Don't forget to drop a comment.
Yes, go to the website. Yes. Email us at talkingjunknetwork@gmail.com.
Whatever it is.
Your topics.
If y'all want to know about like on our YouTube videos, like let us know. Go on there, comment. Let us know what you think, so we can make this show a little more catered for you. Because just a quick reminder, this is an hour break room, and we just let you see what we talking about. Because as you saw, we get off track real easy.
Yeah, it's not just our break room. It's your break room too. As long as you tune in, we're all invited.
You invited to the break room,
and you can invite more. To take a break from the mundane life that they lead.
From the mundane life that they lead. Hopefully, y'all lives aren't mundane like this motherfucker suggests. I hope your lives are vibrant and full of excitement. But if it is mundane, we can bring a little bit of that into.
Just a little bit. And only if you don't wear the old merch, you got to wear the new.
Old or not, merch.
We over here wearing the old merch. All right, bro.
Yo, you know what? I'm saying
technically you're not wearing the old merch, Talon, because the Talking Junk.
You're right. It is Talking Junk.
Is gonna be there.
So what's taking you so long to send me my goddamn shirt?
What's taking you so long to send me my goddamn money?
Check your cash app.
Well, you know how long the mail takes, 4 to 6 weeks. No steals.
That's bullshit. I could get you your shirt in 2 days.
Well,
it's been 2 weeks. I want my shirt.
I want my money.
I want my shirt. I like
print on pay system.
You want your money, motherfucker?
All you gotta do is pay the system, and then you get your shirt printed.
Wait, do I gotta go through the website, or can I just hit you up directly?
You can just hit me up. There is a Cash App if you want to order a shirt. You can get a nice BreakRoom logo shirt, as you see here, or you could get the BreakRoom facial shirt here. Hello, Mrs. Bundy.
Hi, Miss Bundy. What's going on?
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the break room.
I know it is.
You're right. Why can't your son have a sense of humor like you?
I don't know. It must have gone to his sister.
It skips a generation.
To be typical.
He actually does have my sense of humor.
Maybe a little bit extra.
Have a good night, guys. I just wanted to come out here.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Hey, you have been graced, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
What size shirt do you wear?
My drunkard.
Junkers.
Oh, Junkers, right? Junkers, because we're in the Junkers.
Sometimes we have a bar
but we call them the Junkers.
Oh, okay. All right, we're not the breakers. We're the Junkers.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you all are the Junkers.
Well, like the audience is the Junkers.
I guess I'm a Junker.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, Junker Bundy.
Good night. It was better than calling everybody junkies.
Yeah.
Freudian slip. Literal slip.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
That's my mama. My dad wants to get up in here and do a show though.
He can always come on and do a show.
Wants to talk about some prison stuff and other things.
When I was there as a correction officer, I see.
He was a safety manager. He was higher than that.
I seen many things.
Yeah, he was actually there for Shawshank. Thank you, Dre.
That's some deep shit.
He was that one cool guard. I was like, I ain't fucking with shit. Y'all can go ahead. I'm just gonna watch it.
Where were we? We were into some deep shit. These guys were just
like many of the Jackass crew have been before.
Yes, deep into shit. Disgusting.
Or around on the porta potty and shit.
Where they made Jackass 1 as like a middle finger to MTV.
I was also at the point where they were all getting into drugs and alcohol heavy. But
well, I feel like the rest of them were because Steve-O kind of was, I believe, already somewhat abusive before he got into Jackass. It was just more handled. Like he wasn't doing NOS.
Yeah, he did like everything under the sun, bro.
Yeah, he used to. I think he did whippets and all that shit. Like, did you ever see the documentary about him?
I meant to, but I have been busy.
It's a good documentary. It's a real one.
I was
because he filmed a lot of this episode. It's very very personal. It's a good one. Also, shout out to Steve-O. Glad you're doing better, bro.
Yes.
Thank you for all the laughs.
Him out of everybody has the biggest character development, so to speak.
Yeah. At one point, his name was bigger than Johnny Knoxville. Because when you hear Jackass, people are like, oh, Steve-O. It's like, no, but technically.
I mean, he had the name. He had his own face on his back. Like, it's hard to ignore that. Even though Johnny
in the earlier stages, he had some of the most extreme stunts.
Most of his shit was extreme.
I mean, how can you not laugh at the slingshot porta potty?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man,
you still slow mo too.
Disgusting. Just bunch of like I hope it was like pig shit. You know, like they didn't put human fecal matter.
I hope he got the world's best regular.
It was definitely human fecal matter.
You better have
bunch of construction workers, overweight, portly, nothing but hamburgers and soda.
It was probably the one behind Cracker Barrel.
It's hot and ready to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Want to see hot shit? Got porta potty.
So they got canceled, right? They did the first movie, they did the spinoffs, then they did 2. And for all of this, Steve-O was high as fuck.
He was never down.
No, it wasn't until the 3rd movie where he was finally clean. In between the 2nd and 3rd movie is where he had a cry for help. You know what I mean? He was, I believe they said he was going to commit suicide or some shit like that, and then they all went and they all took him to the hospital and took him to rehab, and he got better. Thank fucking God, because he was fucking spiraling hard. harder than all of them.
In that documentary I was talking about, there's a video that he takes of himself where he's getting evicted because he's like a bad tenant and he's just destroying the apartment and shit. Because he's like, oh, get fuck, like it's crazy.
Putting holes in the walls and stuff like that. Just
tackling kids. Like just fucking it up.
Just being his own human cannonball.
Literally, because he knew how to do it. He was trained.
Yeah.
You can talk all the debris on his head.
Destroy this apartment building.
Don't let him put on his favorite rock song. He's gonna charge in there. One man human tsunami.
Open the door by throwing his body into it.
True jackass shit. Oh, and he'll film it too. Like, hey, here's my next audition. Check out this tape. Just chilling at home.
Yeah, right. It's like you're already on the show, Steve-O. How high are you?
It's like, what are you talking about? What day is it?
Jackass. But anyway, back to Jackass Traced.
Trey Day.
Well,
3D. Jackass 3D.
Actually, didn't they go? It was Jackass, then Jackass 2, and then they did the 2.5.
Yeah.
Then,
well, no, because that was just
He did some.
2.5 was just it was like a director's cut, so to speak. You know what I mean? With extra footage.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It was just showing all the extra scenes that didn't make it on the movie, but they were kind of a little extreme to be put in the movie.
Here it says Jackass presents Matt Hoffman's tribute to Evel Knievel. They did that after Jackass 2, which was a direct-to-DVD film.
I did not see that. I have to look that up.
Yeah, me too.
You didn't see it?
No,
what about Jasmine? Did she see it?
No, she can only see the cookies right now.
She baking.
She actually baked them already. She's plating them.
Oh shit! Damn.
What kind of cookies she
The same show?
I don't know.
Who out there wants a cookie?
I can't tell right now. What kind of cookies are they?
She made sugarless
cookies.
Sugarless cookies.
Sugar?
It's just the texture of a cookie, but no flavor.
So from 2000 all the way to 2009, I want to say, Steve-O was being fucked from drugs. You know what I mean? And then by Jackass 3D, he was sober. Jackass 3D was probably one of the best 3D movies ever created.
It was pretty funny.
Right, remember the high five joke? High five.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. And when they get banned,
still to this day, the best
right
Jackass bit.
Was that Bam that went flying off his feet?
A couple of them.
A couple of them did, but Bam was holding a burrito in that one. And he got hit with it, and the burrito got thrown in the garbage.
Yo, it is so funny because you can. It's funny to see the setup. We managed to like, hey, high five. You're like, oh shit, what's going on? And no one saw it coming. It's like, hey, how are you? What the? Bam. But Bam got caught perfect. Didn't see him at all.
Well, speaking about Bam, shortly after this is when a year after Jackass 3D came out is when Dunn died. After Dunn died, and me and Jasmine heard Bam on the news report, and it was heart-wrenching, bro. It was like
fucked him up.
It almost makes a grown man want to cry. You know what I mean?
He still is messing from that. That as sad as to say,
that's where the
uptick that Steve-O had, Bam had a downtick after Dunn.
Right. And he dove heavily into drugs and alcohol, more mainly alcohol, but he went multiple times into rehab and never really finished the program. After that, 2013 is when Jackass presented Bad Grandpa. Give me some of those. Now, Bad Grandpa, I thought was great.
It was funny.
When he sharted in the restaurant.
On a reach. Get out of here.
When he's outside and he's like,
to your podcast.
He's like doing something fucked up, and a dude's trying to confront him. He's like, "Yo, I don't give a fuck that you're old, bro. I don't give a fuck." And he's like, he's really getting ready to fight him.
Yeah, he was shocked.
Johnny Knoxville really.
Was it when he let the kid smoke the cigarette?
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you can't let a kid do that shit. He's like, mind your business, this is my grandson. No, fuck that.
It's like, shut the fuck up. This is my grandson. It's like,
and then the kids start talking shit. Yeah, mind your own goddamn business. It's it's funny too. Cause were all those stunts like recorded, or did some of the people like do it on the fly and was like, hey, check your movie just to like do it real quick? Because it's hard to get that reaction.
I might want to go off camera. I think that's called evidence. I don't know what that is. What was going on?
I have to fight for my food in this house.
He did make it. He kind of does have the right to eat it all.
No. I want one.
Look, it looked like you were trying to baby bird it. that's a little
baby bird it on the camera if you like me to.
No thanks.
No,
I don't give a shit, but maybe the Junkers want you to do that. They don't.
Yeah, I would say don't be a jackass, but for today, only if the Junkers want it. But don't be a jackass.
So, are those milk needing cookies, or are they okay?
No, they're good.
Okay.
They're Pillsbury. Pillsbury cutouts.
Oh, Pillsbury? Yo, that Toll House, man. I'd be hitting the spot with the chocolate chips. Toll House is great, but Pillsbury is great for like the cutout or the sugar cookies. Their sugar cookies are banging.
Yeah, that's what they are. Fun fact, my daughter's the only one that can make a sugar cookie that tastes like fish.
What?
Yeah, I wondered the same thing too.
What?
After
Jackass, can you add that tastes like fish?
Yeah, she used the pan, and I don't think she rinsed the pan out very well, and it tasted like fish.
Chocolate chip cod.
She was like, I don't taste fish.
He was upset.
Like, there's no way.
Don't be trying to bake if you don't know how to bake.
Me?
No.
What'd she say? Who doesn't know how to bake?
That's what he told my daughter.
Call that tough love.
You don't make sugar cookies
that look like fish. But you should probably never bake again in your life. Okay, use that energy for something else.
She don't care what the fuck I say.
Then just be more rude about it. Like just try her food, and then when you don't like it, go ugh. Like your dog rejecting food.
She wouldn't give a fuck. All she'll say is you're mean, and then continue to not care.
Just spat it up, half eaten.
Just chew all the food, but spit it out. I don't want anybody to enjoy this.
That's some bulimic shit. That's like I just want to taste the food, but I can't eat it.
I guess it is. I've never.
You might as well lick the cookie and put it back.
Couldn't tell you.
Right after Bad Grandpa, we lead into the finale of Jackass. But before that, we go to Shark Week.
What?
Poor Poopy.
Poor Poopy. In anticipation for Jackass Forever, their new movie that just came out this year, they did a stint with what was it, Discovery?
Yeah.
They did a Shark Week thing, so where they did Jackass stunts in the water with sharks surrounding them. And new member Poopy, what's his?
Who I swear to God looks familiar, and I'm not sure why.
He does.
You know, I like that they are truly caring for each other, though. Like if something
like he
happens,
looks old
really
enough that 15 years ago he was famous and everybody forgot him. That's what he looks like.
You think about it, though. They're like that because they're risking their lives with each other.
I know. But still, you know, somebody could be dumb and just continue to laugh.
Yeah, but think about it. On camera, they're risking their lives with each other, and off camera, they're risking their lives with each other.
It's called brotherhood. You wouldn't understand.
No, whatever.
Good point.
I only have brothers.
No sisterhoods ever formed like
sisters.
a warrior clan.
But you don't have
you know, there's a different thing.
I have opinion.
No, you
Yeah, what was
I have
that?
a real big penis.
You want a version goal?
That's because she don't drink water.
Right, her mouth is dry.
Mouth to salivate.
I have a agreement.
Well,
the drink you made me drink water.
Mr. Poopy tried to recreate the stunt that they did in Happy Days of all things, and he tried to jump over sharks with a jet ski and landed smack dab in the middle of them.
It just didn't end well.
It didn't end well. He landed in the middle of them. One of them grabbed his hand. Luckily, it didn't thrash it, but it still mangled his hand pretty fucking good.
He said he felt it bite his hand, and he just left it there.
How do you not? It's like rows of fucking razor blades.
The shark let it go, and then he died.
He wasn't feeling it.
I would have been scared.
Yeah, he was on Ridiculousness.
Died.
That's where we seen it and heard that story that he told. And fucking Deer Deck was like, he didn't like the taste of poopy.
Mr.
After
Deer Deck
that came Jackass Forever. And Jackass Forever was a masterpiece.
It really was. It was fucking great. For a movie that has so much male frontal nudity in it, it's still pretty damn good.
Pretty damn fucking good. And they recruited a female.
From beginning to end.
From beginning to end. And they recruited a fucking female.
They did. They did.
Yeah.
They did. And they had their first black guys there. Still
Jasper
no fucking...
from Odd Future, which it makes sense to be an Odd Future guy.
Yeah. And his dad, who was in prison.
And yeah, his dad. That shit was random. I thought he was going to be there for one thing, and then after that skit, he was just around. She's like, all right, whatever.
I got you a job.
Yo, shout out to him because, spoiler alert, he did a thing where he had to put on this contraption, and they had to laugh the longest in there, and they put a tarantula in it, and they could go towards one face or to the other one. And this is the first stunt. He had to just sit there and let the just try and not freak out while it's crawling around. And he died.
He died in the tube.
He died. Yeah. He didn't even move.
That is funny.
And
then they made him put the vulture on his arm, and it clawed him. He was like, "It's biting me. It's fucking biting me." Nah, he wasn't.
Shout out to Knoxville as well for the injuries he sustained in that movie.
Right. Oh, yeah. They recreated a couple of stunts, and one of the stunts they recreated was the bull running at Knoxville, and this time it fucking knocked him out, and he sustained some brain damage from it.
Brain damage. So
much so that he decided to get in the WWE wrestling ring. He would be at wrestling.
Yeah, now Johnny Knoxville went from Jackass Forever to now being at WrestleMania coming up.
I feel like that should have happened a long fucking time ago.
They're basically fucking glorified wrestlers anyway.
Like, I feel like there should have been some WrestleMania that had some shit going on with Jackass people a long time ago when they were in their prime, especially with fucking Steve-O. The stunts he would have been willing to let Big Show do, nah, dude, just throw me away the fuck
sure
off
they've
the
been on it.
Or fucking Ryback, just stack him and Chris Pontius and just shell shock.
Right? Just put Chris Pontius on the table and then throw me off the cage and I'll land on his belly.
Yeah, we then tried to do stunts like Rey Mysterio. do the Wii 19.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Yo, it's funny, man. But yeah, if they would have done it again and brought it back, but they were focusing more on the actual athletic talent. So,
bro, let me just say, with that last Jackass, if it is the last Jackass movie we get, it did go out with a bang, and it will forever be in our hearts just for the sheer stupidity of it all.
And also, I don't want to leave out the new fat man of the group. He's also solid as fuck and a trooper.
Yes,
like
well, I
all
don't remember what his name was though.
They all were once the movie started and they introduced the new people, right away I was like, okay, we'll see if they fit in. They fit right into it. Every single one of them. It made the movie so enjoyable. They really are all like great.
I wish I could agree with you, but somebody knocked my headset out and I didn't hear anything.
You took a cookie.
Those cookies are getting to her.
You took the first one that came out the oven.
Well, I can always do a Steve-O and bring it right back up for you.
And bake it again.
And then you can have it twice.
Bake it again.
No.
MTV can't tell me no. What, 10 minutes? We got about 10 more minutes we could take.
And then you're gonna eat it again.
I'm not eating it again. You're gonna eat it.
I'm not eating that shit.
It's just think of it as a shake.
No.
Ugh. That's nasty. It's fucking
I
disgusting.
didn't say it wasn't. I did not say it wasn't nasty.
That does, in some weird fashion, conclude our Jackass episode. I do, though, wish they do come out with at least one more.
Or at least another spinoff, since now they got some new guys in there.
Could you imagine them doing it when they're older, like geriatric?
I don't think they can at all. Like I'm pretty sure
I know Johnny Knoxville can still pull off a bad grandpa.
I think if they stay around, they can monitor like a full replacement crew, maybe, because they're doing a pretty good job so far. It's just making those people as iconic, which will be difficult, but they're definitely willing to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be difficult because they only are doing movies now. If they would have at least one season of a TV show, they can make these people iconic. Because that bitch took fucking like 5 scorpion stings to the face, bro.
Yeah, she did. She
got
with the natural Botox.
That shit did not swell up her lips at all. It just made that shit hurt.
And her chin, that shit hurt.
You know they had at least like 4 or 5 boxes already. Like, yo,
50% off at Dr. Octopus.
Why Dr. Octopus?
Dr. Octopus.
I imagine that's the name.
I do not believe Otto Octavius will be giving fucking Botox shots.
I almost have enough DNA to take down Peter Parker. What was that? Don't worry about it.
The arms start coming up.
How many arms do you have, Doctor?
What the fuck was that? E.T.?
No, when the fucking claw start talking to him and they argue back with him.
Oh,
the claw does not make that noise. It does not sound like
whatever the fuck it was.
But they also go the claw.
The claw.
It gets weird in the break room, as you can see.
Shout out to Toy Story on Sega Genesis. That shit was tough but fun.
Yo, all the older games were fucking tough. Like that Aladdin game and that fucking Lion King game, them shits were hard as fuck.
I'm so thankful for the remastered where it's just like, give me infinite lives, bitch. I don't give a shit. I have no shame.
You know the remastered game I want to play is the DuckTales one.
The DuckTales one is solid too. Mm-hmm. With Scrooge, that one's dope.
Right. I am not going to be a fan. I hope I'm a fan of the new movie coming out of Chip and Dale.
What? They're making a movie? Is it going to be live action?
Live action.
Man, fuck.
They're making everything live action.
Which one of their live action adaptations has been great? Which one?
Wait, who are you talking about?
That took you way too long.
I kind of liked Lion King, but I didn't. There were some things I didn't like about it. It was definitely the better of the remake.
Was it as good as the original thing?
I don't think any of them were.
Yeah, exactly. And they're still going to keep raping these franchises and memories. Ridiculous.
Right. They were all fucking shit in some way or another.
Let's take animated classics that have heart and soul in every stroke and completely remove the heart and soul and put it on screen. Thanks, Disney. Fuck.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like some Emperor Palpatine shit. My plan is almost complete. Like, the fuck? Evil.
Well, now, didn't they? Are you psyched for Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out?
I am hoping that'll be good. I have been like back before I became completely I didn't have any faith in Disney. I was hoping Obi-Wan be good when I heard they were getting the original, not original, but getting the cast from the sequel trilogy. Because I figured maybe that's a good starting point. But at this point, I think the problem is more so Disney writers are fucking terrible.
Well, here's something that I don't know. I just found out that may piss you off. I don't know. Maybe
it will.
It was supposed to be Darth Maul and not